say last week.
Yes, it'll be recording. And this is what I want to share with you. I want you to, Christmas is about pleasure. Christmas is, it can throw us out of our alignment, right? Stress, anxiety, overwhelm when you're organizing things or doing things for others. And that's where that meditation comes in really, really handy. And all you have to do is go somewhere quiet. I don't care where, go into a closet, shut the door, no one can find you.
Oh my God, that is so brilliant.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
As you were talking about this, I didn't know where you were headed. And I've written down here, all I've written down is moving and meditation. And then I was going to write something about your neighbors. And I just thought that was brilliant today.
Just go into a quiet
Yes.
space and I want you to shut your eyes, sit on the floor, even stand, whatever you need to do. And you just need to close your eyes. And it's always good to have, if you are standing, even to have your hands just sort of in a open, place, even on your thighs, because that's energy flowing.
Yep.
And just breathe. Sometimes even taking 10 deep breaths, like really like breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth.
Yep.
And what you want to do, you want to breathe in for 10, hold for a second, and exhale for 10. And that's the whole lowering our, when we're in anxiety and everything, we're up like this, right? Shoulders are up, breathing up here.
Yep.
Right? What do we want to do? We want to get back into that place of flow and calmness, right? And that's where when we do that, I always I'll sit on the floor or whatever, and just take those deep breaths, or in my office chair, right? Like I do it in here some days. Yeah.
Well, I think it's a good habit because, we can stop if we can get out of our zone and
in the
get back to
car
that calm.
at a red light. Let me tell you, I don't always shut my eyes, but I'll just do it. Breathe.
Thank God. Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
I know what you mean. Yes.
But it is definitely something you want to add into your life.
Yeah.
Okay. It's how we come back into self. And I haven't been meditating because I've been in such a great place, right? I do it sort of knowing it within slowing down. And I didn't realize how all that noise and me constantly having to move my car, having them ask them, can you move your trucks? I didn't realize how I was taking it on, right? Taking on all their energy. And then I kind of started to spiral out and wasn't doing my gratitude because it just happens. And this is how this is how we get out of flow so easily.
Yeah.
And we don't recognize it.
Right. But what you've said to me is very helpful because it's not something we need to do all the time or make room for it all the time. Just be aware that if we need it, this is something we can do. Or if we feel something's amiss, if we sit down and calm down, then we can figure out what it is and what we need to do. And maybe this is what we're doing at that time, is just breathing, right?
Yeah.
So I like that.
So going into, and I am shutting for 2 weeks. I made that decision too.
Well, you have to. I mean, we're talking December 25th is Christmas next Monday, and then New Year's. So it might be more time than that.
Yeah. So I'm definitely taking my 2 weeks. I have an email going out tomorrow to everybody letting me know. But your membership area is always there for you. And just before I go on break, just make sure I'll email you the details, make sure that you can get into the membership area. But if you can't, you know that you've still got the fitness stuff in the Project You anyway.
Right. Yeah, I'm so grateful for that. Yes. Okay, good. I did buy 2-pound weights as well.
Perfect.
Yeah, I wanted to start with that.
Great.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Mhm.
Right? So over the 2 weeks, even for yourself and getting into Christmas, you got to give yourself self-love. You got to give yourself say, you know what? I just don't have time for going into the course, and park it.
Mhm.
It's there when you come back. And if you take the 2 weeks off and don't start again until we're all back, it's
Mhm.
okay.
Okay.
I really want you to really start.
Thank you, because I was feeling bad about this. I just couldn't fit it.
No,
Good. Okay.
it's there for you forever, right? That
Mhm.
membership, it isn't, even though it's just 12 weeks, it's your
Right.
it's your membership area to go into. And sometimes we just can't get to things, we can go back to them.
Okay.
Okay, but I mean, let's be honest, it's not like it's just a holiday. It's one of the biggest holidays of the year, right?
Mhm.
Christmas, New Year's, it's all that stuff.
Mhm.
You want to enjoy it. You don't want any extra pressure on yourself, like feeling like you're missing out or you should be.
Mhm.
Don't have that should, would,
Okay.
could. I want that eliminated. This is your time to just enjoy and be kind to yourself. And you have learned a lot over the couple of weeks together. You're being
Yeah.
you're being
Yeah,
more
for sure. Mhm.
self-aware of yourself, right?
Mhm.
So know that you've done a great job. And now you've got the little, meditation breathing. Take
Mhm.
those 10 breaths when you feel it,
Yeah.
excuse yourself, your husband, I'll be back.
Well, that's actually what I was going to ask you today, because um, I know I need to do all this stuff, but sometimes, like you said, the meditation, I like how it's not like it has to be, I have to do it every day at a certain time. It's supposed to be more there when I need it, kind of thing. And with exercise, that is something I want to do all the time, daily, maybe. And I'm having a hard time getting there.
Because you want it right away. When we build a new habit, Rose, you can't do all or nothing. That's an all or nothing mentality.
Mhm.
I said, do 2 days. Even one day over the holidays is a big tick because you were doing nothing before. Always go back to where you've started
Mhm.
and then get through the holidays. And then maybe then you can add, okay, I'm going to do 2 days and plan that out.
Okay. Hmm.
It
Interesting.
always
That
has.
takes a lot off
Yes,
me.
you get overwhelmed. You feel like there's too many things to do. And I know you're a task list. And remember I said, oh, task list, not good.
Mhm.
Because it takes you out of enjoying and feels like if you don't get to it, then you feel bad about yourself. Then you feel like you're not doing anything, and then you do nothing eventually.
Yes.
And it's a
I
very
do see it.
masculine, and it's very masculine, the tasks. We want more feminine energy and inspired action and doing it because you love it. And we start loving it when we start feeling like it's part of our 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 day or our week, right?
A part of us, right?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
My running is, oh God, I've been doing it for so long. It's just
It's
non-negotiable.
automatic. You don't think about it.
It
It's
isn't.
just,
It is. That's
yeah.
right. Like this morning, I get up and it was hard this morning. I was tired. And, but it's like out the door
Mhm.
because for me, it wasn't like I've started just this. This is something I've
Mhm.
been doing for a very long time too, right? So when
Mhm.
you're starting, so I'll go back and think about my weights. So I used to do them religiously, but a year ago, my business, I just started to drop it because I had coaching calls. My coach was overseas and there were early mornings and I just couldn't get to doing everything.
Mhm.
So it's been really, I was thinking I'm going to do this 4 days a week.
Mhm.
Didn't happen,
Can't do that. Yeah.
right? Now I have it in for 3, but if it's 2, I'm okay with it.
Mhm.
Okay. So
Yep.
same with you, start
Yep.
small. Like I could start with 3 because I know I can do a short session too, but I'm also more experienced at it. I don't beat myself up. I just let it go.
Mm-hmm.
New at this, we can then beat ourselves up. So I would rather have you say, over the holidays, I'm going to make sure I do it 1 day a week. If you get to, fantastic. But if you
Mm-hmm.
promise yourself, do 1 day a week, whatever day
Mm-hmm.
that is, then you've accomplished something. Then you feel good. We have to
Yeah.
be good about baby steps. The life is baby steps, no different to dating, no different to
Mm-hmm.
swimming lessons. You don't just get thrown in the pool and go, tread your water.
Yeah. It's funny that we get like this where we think we have to do it all or nothing, like
It's
it's
women,
interesting that we go there. I don't
it's
know.
women's expectations. And because we take on more than we can chew most times in our lives, and we think we can multitask, but we're
Hmm.
not really doing a very good job usually at everything.
Oh no, I think I am. Yvonne, what are you saying?
I've heard it all before.
I am. I'm sure. I'm gonna have to work on you on that because it is possible to be very good and stuff.
I'm not saying that you're not good at things, but I'm saying that when we think we can do it all and you're running around doing it all, you are not. You're not looking after yourself.
Yeah,
Putting
right.
yourself down at the bottom of the list.
Okay, yes, you're right.
Okay. You are not making yourself a priority. You do not have boundaries. And this is why you're in a course and why you're trying to figure out how do I lose weight? How does this stuff stay off? Because you've been
Mhm.
multitasking.
Hmm.
I,
So,
I would rather look at life as we can do a lot of things for sure. And women do this more than men. There's no question. Men are one,
well, yes, I agree. We
right?
definitely multitask.
Yeah, we can. And I do agree with that. But I still know that even in my own life, I'm better off doing less in the day. And over the week, I actually have more time and I have more energy. And I also include myself in that time.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
Because all of that multitasking, let me tell you, it's in your brain. You're thinking about it all the time. It's exhausting.
Hmm.
Making lists. I have a girlfriend. She's so messy. She's just always thinking she's multitasking. And let me tell you, she misses out on so much stuff.
Yeah, this is where I definitely want to come down because I want to enjoy life,
Yeah.
right? Um, yeah.
Okay.
It's funny because I've gone away from lists and post-its. I can't stand them anymore. But
Right.
what I do have is a dry ease board. And then I'll jot stuff down. It's not even for me, but it's for everybody in a different
Mm,
color kind of thing. So I don't have to keep it in my head anymore. I don't have
that's
to
right.
remind somebody to do whatever. And it's nice to be able to just take the brush and cross it off when it's
Absolutely.
done. And it's not everything. It's not like make your bed,
Right.
do the dishes, that kind of thing. It's just the things that we could forget. I want out of my head. I don't want to be
Mm,
thinking about it.
that's great.
Um, so yeah, that's helped me out a lot from I can't handle lists anymore.
That's good.
What's more on this femininity thing that you talk about? Is this like, is there a term or something for this, or is this
Yeah.
masculinity and femininity? Where does it come from?
Oh,
Like,
it,
where did you learn about this?
I can't remember how
Or is it just kind of,
it's becoming more talked about in the spirit world because
okay?
it comes really from manifesting as well. Like there's just, we're all a certain type of person in the scheme of it. So you look back at your childhood, what kind of person were you? Were you one that did things and took action and led from an action and task, right? You need that personality, don't get me wrong.
Mm-hmm.
That's the masculine. It's just an energy in us.
Mm-hmm. And
And
that's probably what got us up walking and doing things, right? We
yes,
took the
yes,
initiative, right?
That's right.
turning over, those kind
Yeah.
of things babies learn. Okay, got you.
Okay. But
Right?
what happens in life in the 3D world, which is the world we live in, we can actually always be in that place and not coming back into our feminine energy, which is more kindness, more self-love,
Mm-hmm.
more calmness,
Interesting.
more breath
Mm-hmm.
work. You can do
Yep.
more when we're
Mm-hmm.
in that place versus running around and being more masculine.
Right.
So it's a good question about terminology. I don't know. It's been around for so long. I know I've known about it, but they
Well, I've not heard it before, and I'm just kind of wondering where it keeps coming from because I love to read.
Mm, yes,
Yeah. Uh,
it's a just Google feminine and masculine energy.
okay. Yeah, you said
You'll
energy.
you'll have an idea of I think majority of my clients, I'm trying to think, are usually more masculine. And I don't know if it's a trait in our as a woman. I don't know. Don't know. You know,
Well,
which is talking
wouldn't
about
culture change that? Culture's kind of changed that where
has.
we're tending to be more
That's what it is.
because
And
more and more people, women are working today.
that's
They're
right.
taking lead roles in businesses and
And you
corporations.
can't be feminine in that world. I couldn't.
Yes.
So I probably was more feminine, but when I started my event planning business, my clients were all male. I had to be more male orientated to compete with all the male
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
companies, right?
Exactly.
So
Yes.
yeah, it's good to think back. I'm like, where did that come from? And I did
Hmm.
become more masculine for sure.
Hmm.
Um, and I think we ease in and out of it in our life. You know, I
Hmm.
wasn't really aware of it back then.
Okay.
Burning out. So when masculine energy you burn out from,
Mm.
ever feel that feeling of I'm exhausted?
Hmm.
That's thinking you can do it all. That's
Yeah.
that mindset of I can multitask and you're running yourself down to the ground.
See, now I've kind of thought of that or associated that with like the type A personality.
Mhm.
Um, yeah.
Which is more masculine.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's all coming together.
it is.